Welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show, FIFA 21 edition, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Bow! Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, greetings, and welcome to the One Star Week Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel absolutely amazing to see you back on the channel. As always, big ups to everybody that's tuning in. So, as you guys know, I like to review icons. That's all I gotta say. I like to review icons every week. I tend to review at least one or two icons. Last week we reviewed the likes of Zola, we reviewed the likes of Suker, but today we're gonna be reviewing an icon that doesn't really fit the meta in previous FIFAs, but this year looks to be different. We have 85 Okocha. So guys, shall we? Let's look at the card. You guys might be wondering at home, why are you taking the time to review Okocha? He's never been meta in any FIFA, or at least not in the previous FIFAs, and he just doesn't look that great on paper. Well, I'm gonna answer your question with two answers. Number one, there is a severe lack of right wing options on this game. I mean, it's either you pretty much have a cheap beast like Lucas, or you have to splurge and spend money on Salah or Messi or something like that. There are just not that many right wings on this game, and it seems like it's a problem in real life as well because, you know, everybody plays with inverted wingers. Everybody seems to lack a right wing. Now that we have a Okocha, we're gonna see how he fits in. The second reason is, there seems to be a big emphasis on the 5-star skills this year. There seems to be a big emphasis on the dribbling stats, and this guy looks to be a very meta card this year, actually. So let's look at the card. He's 5'8". He has medium-low work rates. He's right-footed with the 5-star skills and the 4-star weak foot. As you guys see here, I have played 8 games with him, all of them in Rivals, and I got 3 goals and 2 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, as always, do me a big favor, do me a big solid, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, when you look at Okocha, there's a few things that stand out here. Number one is the pace. And this pace is really the deciding factor as to why I reviewed this card rather than the middle card. The middle card only has 83 pace, and it's not really a card I want to review being that the pace is so low. Shooting wise, he has a few interesting things here. The attack positioning is solid. The long shots are insane. But 75 finishing, we're going to see how that affects him in game. Passing wise, once again, there are some interesting stats. 85 curve, great. 79 vision, okay. Short passing and long passing look mediocre as well. We're going to see how that passing plays out because we are playing him as a cam in the 3-5-2. Dribbling wise, he has everything you can want out of a card and more. The agility and balance is there. The dribbling stat is there. He has the 5-star weak foot. Not the 5-star weak foot, the 5-star skills. So you already know he's going to feel like an absolute beast on the ball. Physically, there is absolutely nothing to write about. He looks like a Neymar-esque card in the fact that he has no aggression, no strength, or no stamina whatsoever. So, without further ado, we're going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, as you guys know, we are here to review the baby version of Alex Iwobi's uncle. That's a little known fact about the Okocha. But let's get back to the card. Is he worth 580,000 coins? Because that's what he's selling for in Footbin. And I would have to say, not quite. It's probably not a big surprise to you guys at home, but he's not quite worth the money. We're going to break down the stats though. So first we're going to talk about his pace. He has 88 pace, and honestly, he felt very quick in game. Notably, he has that 91 acceleration. I did throw a Hunter Kemp style on him, which theoretically maxes out his pace, and he felt rapid. On the ball, he felt not a touch slower than he did off the ball. His acceleration out of the skill moves was absolutely electric, and his sprint speed at 85 actually felt a little bit faster. Once he was in behind, he was very difficult to catch up on. Overall, this guy's pace is a 9 out of 10. Is it good enough to play the winger position? I would say just barely, but he's a very quick card in his own regard. Next, we'll be talking about the shooting because it's pretty much the biggest question mark on the card. If he could finish, that could look over the other aspects of this card. And I would say there's a couple things to talk about here. Number one is his attack positioning. He has 82 attack positioning, which means that he makes very nice runs. I felt that he was always in the right place at the right time, and he just seemed to be open in opportune moments that led to big scoring opportunities. But let's talk about the scoring opportunities because he has 75 finishing. Did it affect him in game? I would say yes, all right? Let's not get it twisted. FIFA 21 has broken finishing. You have the likes of Saint Maximin, you have the likes of Dembele, who could finish almost anything from any angle, it feels like. But I mean, Okocha he's that kind of card. I would say if you get him from a good angle, he'll score. Maybe once in a while he'll score a banger. But overall, he just doesn't have that quality in his finish that you want out of a cam, that you want out of an attacking player that you're playing centrally. Overall, I gotta give this guy shooting a 7.5 out of 10. It gets the job done as far as when he's in a good role or when he's in a good position, he will finish. But he's not somebody that really has that true quality on his finish. Next, we'll be talking about his passing, and it was another big question mark on this card. 79 passing is not something you want out of a 580,000 coin winger, and I would say it was decent, all right? In the tight areas and then around the box, I was surprised by what he was able to do when he made passes in that area. I think that's really his 85 curve coming into play and helping out his mediocre passing stats. And we're going to talk about mediocre passing stats here because his long passing, it was okay. Nothing too crazy. He felt like he passed like a center mid or a center defensive mid. It really wasn't anything too crazy. His vision at 79, once again, mediocre, and that was the word I would use to describe his passing overall. It wasn't bad. It's not something that's gonna really break the card, but it's not something that elevates the card to the worth of 580,000 coins. Overall, this guy's pace is a 7.5 out of 10. Once again, gets the job done, but it's not anything too crazy. Next, we'll be talking about the dribbling, and yo, this guy is one of the best dribblers I've used on this game. I mean, the stats would suggest so with the 94 agility and the 90 balance, and his left stick dribbling is absolutely insane. His R1 dribbling is nuts. I mean, if you like Papu Gomez, you like Mertens, you like Neymar, how they feel when they R1 dribble, this guy is on that level, maybe even more. His close control in tight areas is essential to how this card operates because you're really gonna want to use him to dribble into space, create his own shot, maybe create an opportunity for other players. What I will say about this card is that he gets fouled a lot. He's like Neymar. He's just so slippery. Opponents eventually get frustrated, try to tackle him, and they realize they can't. I mean, he's just a snake in that regard. His 88 composure, once again, helps him with his close control in the tight areas. And overall, I gotta give this guy dribbling a 10 out of 10. It is absolutely brilliant. Finally, we'll be talking about his physical, and I'm not really sure what to talk about here. It's pretty bad. His strength and aggression is non-existent. He gets bullied very easily. So if you're using a card like this, you better know how to dribble. His jumping is bad as well. His stamina is poor, and overall, I gotta give his physical a 3 out of 10. There is nothing good to say about it at all. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on JJ Okocha? And I will say, if you're gonna go for the fun factor, if you want one of the funnest cards on the game, I think the fun factor on this card is a 10 out of 10. But as far as usability in the higher parts of Weekend League, I would say he's not quite what you want. Because when you look at Inform St. Maximin, when you look at cards like Dembele, they provide exactly what this card provides for a fraction of the price. I mean, his pace is very good. His dribbling is absolutely cracked. But his lack of end product is worrying. And I do think maybe his prime or maybe his prime moments card in the future will be very meta cards because the dribbling and the pace is just so important this year. But at this stage of the game, I think his shooting and passing just isn't quite good enough. And overall, I gotta give him an 8 out of 10. He's a very fun card. He has some elite things about him. But once again, he does not live up to the price tag. All right, guys, so that's gonna be my JJ Okocha review. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next episode. But until then, later.